Hey Clashers, the best deck for every single hero in one video? No problem. And it does not matter if you have high or low level heroes. I will show you how to play those decks. So let's get started. And let's start with that queen. The queen, one of the strongest, if not the strongest hero in the game. And everything what you have to do is just protect her. And that's what we're going to do. So we do not ignore completely the special tile. We're going to place her really far on the outside, have one mini behind her, because if our opponent is going to use an archer, this mini is going to tank. So how do we play this matchup now, knowing that our opponent has a healer, right? A battle healer. So how do we play this? Because we need to get through that, which is not going to be too easy, especially if you do not have that level 10 queen, because before level 10, the queen is a good hero, but not the powerhouse which she is on level 10. So how do we deal with that? Well, we need the crazy burst damage of the giant skeleton. This is going to be our key mini to get rid of that. The next thing which you have to identify first is the win condition of the other deck. So what we have to do on this one is we are going to place, obviously, our giant skeleton in the front. And the next thing, we don't know yet if he's running a miner, archer, or something. So the win condition of the other map, of the other deck, is something like archer, magic archer maybe, miner, things like that. And depending on that, you have to set up your deck. For example, this guy right now is already placed, or has already placed 4 of his minis. So it could be that he's having a miner left in his hand, or an archer. So we have to wait for him to unveil and reveal this last mini for us to react and set up accordingly. Because so far, if he has no archer or miner, I can just put my queen into the last row and he will never ever touch this. No chance for him. So the next thing what we're going to do, upgrade the... Wait, do we actually upgrade? No, I think we want to go for the lumberjack and the first upgrade of the giant skeleton. As we said, we need the burst damage of this explosion to take it down. He's not placing anything, so I guess he has not anything to reach my queen. So the next thing what I'm going to do in the next round is place everything into the back. I can put the P.E.K.K.A. in the front because this means more damage versus his battle healer. It seems like he has nothing to get on my queen, which is a big mistake, because this will mean you will never ever win a matchup versus a decent queen player. And if you copy this deck, you're going to be a really good queen player. So next thing, we can just this time maybe get the Maiden, because I want to have him use the wait a second, what can we upgrade? Just something, because I do not have good upgrades on this account. But just put everything in the front. To be honest, it won't matter. He's putting the prince on my lumberjack. Does not matter, because he has no option of reaching my queen whatsoever. He will never ever get through all of that. His king is down. His battle healer is trying to keep things up, but my queen firing away from the range, he will never ever reach that. Oh wait, actually, with the battle healer, okay, this time we need to place better. So we need to make sure that everything is grouping up around the giant skeleton, and then we're getting this push in, okay? So let's see if we can make that work. So we have 8 elixir, so let's use that for this one. We do not have that good upgrades. You would like to go for the block of the P.E.K.K.A., for the insta rage of the lumberjack, and we would like to go, first off, let's do it like this, and we would like to go for more explosion range of that giant skeleton. But sadly, I do not have all of that max. He's having a nice, unfortunately, a really nice prince, which is pushing everything back. So we need to be careful with this one now. Can we still win this? And we should actually win this, because as I said, he should have no chance of reaching my queen. And this one, the giant skeleton bomb is connecting, and with this, his healer is down, even though he had a good prince. That's the queen deck. I can only recommend that one. So let's move on to the next hero. Okay, one of the hardest matchups for the monk, but that's no problem. We have that. So what we're going to do is actually, monk is not that tanky, so we need a tank in front, and then we're going to use the miner on the side where the special tile is. Depending on how high you are in trophies, most of the people really try to use that special tile. Apparently this guy is not trying to use it. Okay, so anyways, we get the monk through that P.E.K.K.A. That should be good. And then we should now take down his queen in this 1 versus 1, especially with that monk ability in just a second. And yoink, there goes his queen. Okay, so as we said, important to have a tank in front. The next thing is the P.E.K.K.A. The P.E.K.K.A. is mainly getting used if there's something pushing to your back, because the P.E.K.K.A. is one of the best mini to defend the miner. So if he's placing a miner, that's where we place the P.E.K.K.A. If not, there is no reason for us to upgrade the P.E.K.K.A. I really want to have the upgrade for the archer, but that should be okay. We're going to stay with this setup with the miner on the left. So let's see if the miner can get some value. So far, the Mega Knight is tanking the Ice Wizard, which is awesome, which means the monk can actually get his super off, and this means we can completely overpower this queen and take her down. 2 rounds for us. That's looking good already. It seems like he has no miner, so the P.E.K.K.A. for us is not as important priority-wise. Instead, we want to upgrade the archer, and we want to keep upgrading the Mega Knight, even though he's playing the Queen last roll. So we could actually place the P.E.K.K.A. just in case. Why not, right? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just put the P.E.K.K.A. down there for a bit more supportive damage. Let's see. He's not going to play a miner, so we do not have to play in last row. So just for tankiness and just to make sure that, well, the troops are hitting something different than my monk. So the miner's in the back. Obviously, you can really nicely upgrade your miner in those queen matchups. I have him only on 1 star level, which is kind of like 2 star level or something, which is unfortunate. But either way, this match is already over. 3-0. That was a quick one. Okay, the Barbarian King is being one of the strongest heroes out there. So let's see. Oh, we have already the perfect setup. In the beginning, especially versus another melee hero like the Barbarian King, you want to upgrade your Barbarian as quickly as possible. He is going to be one of your main carries, especially with that King buff. So let's see if we can make that work. He's having an archer in the back, which is fine. And my miner should actually deal with that, so that's good. Our Barbarian is going to turn into a killing machine at some point. Let's see if we can take over, and there we go. That's exactly what we upgrade the Barbarian. Now let's talk about the upgrade priority, because I know a lot of people are kind of like not sure what to upgrade first with the Barbarian. And one of the most important things, let me first place some unit. I think I'm going to go with the crossplay. Let's see if that's going to work. But one thing, or am I? Let's try it like this. So, one thing which a lot of people are doing is upgrading the first star ability as second. The reason for that is if you put him in the front, it's really, really solid. But I like to put the Barbarian in the back to make sure that I can catch miners, for example. And when the Barbarian is fighting the miner, he cannot really stack up that crazily. So I really have to make sure that I get the 3rd star ability in, because this would actually give him a bonus, a boast ability of +1 damage, which is more worth it. So it really depends how you use the Barbarian. If you use him in the front, use the 1st star upgrade as second. If not, use his 3rd. It's really depending on your playstyle. The next thing is this prince over here. You can use the prince, but you can use the P.E.K.K.A. as well. Really depends on your playstyle and what you like better. In general, I think both is really, really strong. I think the P.E.K.K.A. has, the prince has more potential. Doing outplays and everything, while the P.E.K.K.A. is more solid all around. Like the P.E.K.K.A. is really good defensive tool versus a miner possibly, so it's really up to you. And one of my favorite minis in this deck, which is the Magic Archer. The Magic Archer is being one of my favorite mini in the game, because you can do so many crazy outplays just based on the placement of that mini. It is actually insane. I love it. That's why I'm going to upgrade it. We're not fighting on level 5, so we do not have to upgrade anything crazy. Let's switch everything over here. And yeah, another crazy interaction in between of the prince and the miner, which is really key. Take a look at that. The prince is getting the attraction of all of those melee units. For example, the P.E.K.K.A., which is supposed to catch the miner. But because the prince is in the backline, the P.E.K.K.A. is going over there, and then the miner can clean things up. So one important pro tip for using this deck: use the prince on one side and use the miner on the other side. Do not combine both of them together on one side. This is weak. Combine the prince on one side. Make sure all of those mini in the back are getting drawn away from protecting the queen, the royal champ, the magic archer, any carry which is in the back, so your miner can actually clean things up and completely take over the game. This is how you use this Barbarian King deck. I used this deck actually in higher ladder as well on my main account. So this deck is insanely good. All what you try to do is upgrading your Mega Knight and your Barbarian. This is kind of the secret sauce to this strategy, to this deck. And it's working against pretty much pretty much anything, except obviously when you're facing Queen, for example. When facing Queen, you want to upgrade Miner and Archer, but every other matchup, this knock-up combined with the Barbarian cleaning things up is just incredible. Take a look at that. Barbarian is going to take over with everything, and with that, this Royal Champion has no chance of defending. First round going to us. We're going to keep dominating with this because we're not going to place too many minis where he can get resets from. This is kind of the secret. So first, one archer in the back, which could be a reset, yes. But obviously, we're going to do the next upgrade as well. This means his P.E.K.K.A., his Barbarians, everything is going to group up again around this Mega Knight, is going to give him energy. And with this, the knockup is just going to be OP. It does not matter that he's running a battle heater. We don't care about that. The knockup, and this means he's going to be stunned for quite some time. The next thing what we have to do is upgrading this Barbarian to make sure that we have now damage as well. Since we have now a lot of tankiness with the Mega Knight, the next thing what we need is damage, even though we're going to win this round already, so that shouldn't be any problem. You can see already how strong this deck is. Really, it's right now my favorite contest deck, and I'm even using that deck sometimes in higher ladder as well on my main account, which is already something crazy. So, next thing is, Miner's not that great because he can get a reset from that. Instead, we could, surprise, upgrade our Mega Knight again. Let's try to get the Barbarian upgrade. There we go. So let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. We have the heal again on the contest because the contest is way less HP overall. So again, now you can see Barbarian versus Barbarian, but my Barbarian is going to win just purely based on the knock-up stun. But on this time though, he's having an Archer higher level than I have, which sucks to be honest. So we have to go with our Miner to take down his Archer because I don't have the Archer on that high level, so that's kind of tricky. Next upgrade from a Barbarian to make sure that we're getting that. And now the prediction though, where is he going to go? Is he going to stay on? I think he's just going to stay on that right side. Archer like this. We can just reset or like sell the Archer because we don't need it, to be honest. And I think that should be it. We only need those 3 minis. That's already enough. Now the tanking is perfect. The Miner's in the back, which is awesome. And with this, the knockup is there. The Barbarian easily carries through all of that. The boost effect of our Miner's there, and with this, we're going to take an easy victory. So you can see already how strong this deck is actually probably one of my favorites out of all of those. I think especially for lower hero players, this deck is crushing. The Shield Maiden deck is actually using one of my favorite mini, which is the Magic Archer. I don't know, I just love the Magic Archer. It's such a cool mini. And we're going to start things off with the Barbarian, I think. I think we're going to hope for a better... Oh... There we go. There we go. Let's see if we can already get some snipes in. That would be awesome. No, but we should get the cross snipe, right? Yeah, okay, there we go. The cross snipe is there. We just do not get the Queen, which is unfortunate. So this is the wrong side, pretty much. Get we another shot off? No. Okay, first round goes to him. That's fine. We did not have the Miner just yet, so we can like combine the Miner on one side and then the Magic Archer on the other, so we get some really cool snipes off. So, as we said, Miner on the other side. Archer upgrade should be soon as well. Let's see. I think first we're going to protect our Archer and Magic Archer, and then later we're going to upgrade them. But first we have to cover them so they can dish out the damage. So he's actually switching, which is... P.E.K.K.A., you were supposed to tank that. Either way, Magic Archer is sniping and Miner is wrecking everything. So this is looking good. And with this, we should get our first win versus this Queen player. That's good. I don't know, I just love this mind game setup with the Magic Archer. If you don't like the Magic Archer, you can easily go with the Wizard, for example. But that's totally up to you and playstyle-wise, obviously, as well. So, Miner upgrade, Archer upgrade. Though, we need to be careful because so far, he has done pretty good with luring our troops away. So we have, I don't know, something like that. Can we put the Barbarian some... No, we go for the next upgrade for the Miner. I think the Miner upgrade is better on this one. So let's see. Oh, we stick to that side. But we're... As soon as we go on the Giant Skeleton, I think we should get the snipe, right? We should get the Magic... Okay. miners there to take over the queen. That's no like the queen versus this deck, no queen player has really a chance, and it's kind of crazy. It's really crazy, but it's working really well as well versus king and other meta decks. So just upgrade your barbarian first versus P.E.K.K.A. and versus barbarian king and versus whatever you're facing. So next one. This time though, we're going to switch again to this side. Hopefully, I don't know, upgrade whatever we have. And then, let's see. Oh, he switched to the middle. Okay. He's losing the mind games. And by the way, exactly that's the reason why I personally do not like the Spear Goblin. It's just way too risky, to be honest, to use. And with this, it's an easy win. 3-1 with our Shield Maiden deck. This Royal Champion deck is actually incredible, and it's the perfect fit that we're facing another Royal Champion. So the main idea about this deck is pretty simple, to be honest. It's again the combination of the Mega Knight and then the Barbarian. Yes, I could go for chain value and whatever, but as long as you do not have the level 10 ability of the Royal Champ, this hero is pretty bad anyways. So it's kind of tricky to get those crazy good resets in, and that's exactly why you just go for the raw power of the Barbarian, which is his own hero, and that even works for level 10 gameplay. So it is kind of crazy. Either way, he won the first round because of the Spear Goblin. We have just talked about the Spear Goblin. It's a hit or miss. Sometimes it's going to win you a round. Most of the time it's going to lose you a round. Either way, we can just keep going. We can use a wizard, a P.E.K.K.A., resell that, and go for the stun. And let's see if we can get a Barbarian upgrade. No, we cannot. But I would just go with that P.E.K.K.A., with that Prince. That's the next thing. The Prince combination is really nice as well to get some backline access, like versus the Royal Champion. So if he's not paying attention, you're going to take down his Royal Champion really, really easily. So now the reset, next reset on his miner, and we'll keep going with that. I think it should be looking good because we should get the reset. No, we do not have the energy. Okay, we have not the energy, but that's no problem. That's no problem. We're just stacking up and getting ready for unleashing our Barbarian, because that's, as we said, the main carry. So now like this, and we have the Barbarian upgraded. Now the question is though, like that, and I'm going to sell the Prince just to give him some confusion. And because we have just seen, we just saw from him that he used the miner, right? So we want to catch the miner with our Barbarian and our P.E.K.K.A. He predicted the Spear Goblin again on the wrong lane. Knock up for our Mega Knight, which is awesome. Couple of resets are coming in. And now the P.E.K.K.A. hopefully can take over. That's at least what I'm hoping for. It looks good for us. So there's the hit. And there's our shield. And there's the next shield. And this means this is going to be our round. So slowly we're coming back in this mirror matchup where he has a little bit higher level. But we're going to climb back. Especially now with finally having that Barbarian unlocked. So next thing. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Like this. We're going to cycle the wizard, and then we're going to try to go for the Barbarian upgrade again. As we said, this is our second hero in this matchup. That's what we like to go for. Again, try to most of the time ignore the special tiles, except the clone tile. Most of the time, they're kind of useless anyway. We're knocking his miner out of the ground. That's why we like to cycle in and out the Prince, because it's kind of confusing our opponent. And take a look at that. Take a look at this wave of tanks. Late game, most of those heroes on the lower hero level, they cannot deal with so much tankiness. So even you might lose the first, the second round, you're going to always come back. And this is why I really would like to highlight this. It is just insane. The next one, we can just upgrade those really easily. Do we have anything? Yeah, we could. I would just go for the anti-heal. It's not going to be too much, like too useful. We're going to, no, we're going to stay over here. Let's see what happens if he's actually hitting okay, he's not even hitting his Spear Goblin and Prince. Like I said, it is too risky to use them. It is way, way, way too risky. And again, you can see it's the same story again. There is so much HP running towards the other hero. There is nearly no hero in the game on the lower hero level which can deal with so much tankiness in the late game. It is just impossible. This is why this deck is the best Royal Champion deck out there right now. It is actually insane. And that's it. all of the best decks for every single hero in the game. I hope you found your favorite deck in this one. I really love all of those decks which I just highlighted. I think they're usable for level 10 heroes like right there, or for the lower level heroes like we have seen in the beginning of the video as well, over the entirety of the video. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow for the next one. Until then, see ya and bye bye.